come from Montreal. Montreal is a city in this big country called Canada. I have a background in music. My work is more based on performance. The last work I've been working on are performance. So yeah, is that all right?
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
Yeah, actually, that was my question. Like, you seem to be very interested much in relation between object and performance, performing even similar or same project in different spaces. So also probably you're interested to work with light, sound, and people in different spaces. But what is your background? Like, where do you come from? Like, you consider yourself like a sound artist, or because you mix all of this medium?
Sound artist, yes, I guess, of course. But now I consider myself as a performer, or as yes, someone who makes something. That's it. But it's obviously in the performance field, and it's obviously on a stage, on something. But it's live. I mean, not the stage, not important, but it's live, and it's not pre-recorded. So I've been doing so much things in the past, like I've been in band, playing drums. So I'm a drummer. I was drummer first, and this is what gets me into arts. And so yeah, after that I've been into electroacoustic composition. So all the pre-recorded. Recorded things, and make tape music and things like that. So and this is why I've been now doing more performance, because I wanted to do something live, and I'd really like at the same time electroacoustic music, all the sound I can get out of the object, and no, not just the object, but the nature and everything. So that leads me to performance, because I wanted to see a performance where electroacoustics was live or electronic music was live, and this was for me a lack. There were a lack there, that something I haven't really saw live. So yeah, that's mainly it.
So basically, even if you're working with objects, because like sculptures and visual artists always look at the object, you're really more interested in this live element, so working at transmitting you the energies in a way, and never like you're never. I'm just interested like how you define, like maybe not like these singer machines, but if you have another object, you never see it as an artwork, right? You're really interested in the whole process and the whole feeling, or the whole energy that it gives.
Completely. Yeah, it's not just, but it's a little bit of everything, I guess. Visual. Obviously but I never think about visual as visual artists think. I'm not from. This is not where I'm coming from, and it's just important for me. But I think it's more unconscious. But this part is more unconscious. The conscious part is more music, the form, and yeah, how it evolves during time, which is not really important, I think, in visual arts. How it evolves during 30 minutes. It could be, but often it's not. It's just in music. It starts like that. There's a beginning, a middle, and a end. And you know, this is what is music about, about time.
But let's say some of your works, in some of your works, you really work with machines that are quite specific, like sometimes obsolete technologies such as old Singer machines, and now for future everything you're working with Super 8 cameras. Is there a red line you're interested in? There is some poetics that you're really into these kind of old machines, or?
Yeah, no, I mean, obviously yes. It's at some point it's I'm attracted by those machines. Of course, I'm really attracted by them, and but one thing is really important for me is that I can manipulate them, and I can with my hand do things. They become an instrument, and so yeah. But if I think about the idea behind it, it's more about taking things of day-to-day life and giving them a second life, which I do, because with a sewing machine I don't sew at all. I've tried, but I don't feel it was really interesting, and this is what I was aiming for. So I really finally just work on sound mainly, and being alone and having a relationship with them. So yeah.
But basically they're also like this singer and Super 8, they have their own rhythm. Probably this is what also attracts you. These two machines specific, no? They have their own rhythm in their own first life before you start to...
Yeah, they have certain qualities that give me the bottom line of what I could do. And but I have to push the boundaries a lot to be able to do a piece. And this is something I really like, being really restricted by something and stay coherent and take all go in many different I don't know how to say it, just create different possibilities and just see what I can do, and dig and dig and dig to find what could I do. And it's really important for me. It stays just projector. It couldn't be a violin with projectors. It's just my goal is to dig into this object.
One question would be, how does your work in dance field, dance sector, different from your solo work? Does it enrich in you the way you think, or did it change when you entered the dance platform for you?
Yeah, of course. I wouldn't do this kind of performance if I hadn't met dancers and saw so much dance. So much dance show and performances. So, but obviously I'm not having a choreographer now looking at me, and I'm not choreographing, but there's a certain type of it gives me a reference, and it's not dance at all. Obviously, it's still sound, but it's performance, and with a lot of influence and different influences. It's the same for light. It's the same for sound, I guess. And what I'm doing in dance is really different from what I'm doing in performance. It's not the object; it's not important at all. But it's what I really like is the relation with the sound and the visual. Actually, it's something I can do live, but I don't have really fun to do on tape or just doing music for me. I'm just not attracted by that. I really just love making sound for visuals.
Well, last would be like kind of Montreal is very fertile for media art.
Yes.
Did you ever consider of changing the environment, or you ever thought about it, or you feel like it's really cool, like the scene? And because for your
the
stuff,
changing, moving in another city. For different reasons. I thought I would be moving. It would be an error not to move, just to discover and to learn things about others. But the older I get, the older I like Montreal. I wasn't in love at all with the city at first, but now the more I travel, the more I like Montreal for different reasons. But first is the multi ethnicity, different ideas. Not just different, multicultural things that you get there. In art, it's super fertile. It's not just about new media. In new media, it's also the same thing. In dance, it's also the same thing in theater. A lot of things happen there, and it's still a small city. So this is one thing I really like. It's small, but at the same time, there's something big, and
I'm kind of interested in what bands you were playing in, like.
Okay, I'll tell you. No, but yeah, I was really into punk music, and I don't like the word heavy metal. It wasn't that, but it was more hardcore music.
Cool. Okay.
So punk and hardcore music, and seriously, this edge that you can find and this energy you can find in those genres. I think you can find it at some point in what I'm doing. This and it's still an influence at some point, but I don't listen to those these music now. But and this is why I was so interested by weird things. Yeah, you know, you go from a weird thing to another, and you push and you push, and you just finally listen to the most terrible thing you can hear, and it's always shocking and super interesting to discover that there's something after this wall. You know, you break it and you break another wall. And so yeah, this is what I like about contemporary art. To get surprised, to get not shocked. Shock was too big, way too big, but discover things that I couldn't imagine. And yeah, this is what I like about contemporary art. Totally, yeah.